It's 7 a.m. Saturday morning. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a good one. I'm meteorologist Johnny Lively here to do the weekend show, sponsored by HB Neal Construction. We've had showers and thunderstorms into the lakes region from Jasper. Now, a really big line of showers and thunderstorms, a cluster going right into Lake Charles. You can see lots of lightning going on there, and that is some heavy rainfall. This is thanks to our sponsor of Dana Simmons Real Estate that we can zoom in here and see. Look at all of that going in there to Lake Charles. I wouldn't be shocked if we see a flash flood warning and possibly some street flooding in the next couple of hours in that region. Think about this, just location, 30, 40 miles further to the west. This is in Lumberton, Beaumont, Orange. It's all about location with these scattered showers and storms these days, it seems, this summer. And we'll see a little bit more of this redevelopment of scattered showers later on. We'll talk about that later into the show. Here's the last 6 hours of satellite and radar. Notice you can see all that into the lakes region, getting down into southwest Louisiana currently, but we still have more of those showers and thunderstorms further to the north, and we're going to continue to see that flow down to the south, southeast, eventually getting more into the southeast Texas region later on today. But this boundary is going to stick over our region not only today, Sunday, and even on Labor Day, so high coverage the next 2 to 3 days. Here's the current temperatures thanks to Do Good Credit Union that we're seeing across the United States. Some areas in the 60s, and down further south, we are still warm and still humid, like San Antonio, Houston, and New Orleans. We are into the upper 70s currently. We go closer into southeast Texas, southwest Louisiana. Off to a warm start everywhere. Normally, some areas are into the low 70s along the I-10 corridor, but everybody's warm into the mid to upper 70s. That's because that boundary is just to the north of us, so we're getting a lot of that onshore flow, bringing in more of that warm, moist air into our area. So if you do get any showers and thunderstorms, 2, 3, 4 inches of rain, it's not impossible. We are very moist today, very humid. 80 degrees in Houston, 75 in Beaumont, 77 in Lake Charles, and down towards the coast, we are into the upper 70s to low 80s. Our next weather maker, what we're dealing with right now, you can see, just look towards Houston off to the northwest. You can see a little bit of a spin, right? That is a high pressure ridge that's just off to our west. So all of these showers and storms are really kind of dancing and flowing around this. Right now, that's going into the lakes region, going into southwest Louisiana. But parts of that actually is getting into southeast Texas. We're going to watch that ridge the next 24 hours really kind of move off, and that boundary is just going to continue to sit into our area. Just continues to redevelop these showers and thunderstorms. Let's switch over to Monday. You can see that boundary still over our area on Labor Day, hasn't pushed all the way through. And since that boundary is sitting over us, this is going to continue those rain chances. Here's our rainfall outlook, sponsored by Modern Concrete and Material. You can see today we've got 60 to 70% coverage, 50 on Sunday, gets back up to 60% coverage on Labor Day, and then that boundary finally starts pushing offshore as we get into Tuesday, Wednesday, less coverage, more of that drier air pushing into our region. So the next couple of days, we're going to be dealing with the rain, just like we've dealt with all summer long. It's scattered, it's not widespread, not 100%, so not everybody's going to see it. And you can see that on the future cast here. So notice, here we are getting into the afternoon hours, very scattered all across the region. We're still going 50 to 60% coverage. By this afternoon, getting to the evening time, we expect this to move a little bit further to the west, getting into areas in southeast Texas like Houston and Beaumont. And then this will continue to keep picking up, especially once we get into Sunday. That boundary still over our area. And, this model's getting pretty hot or pretty active. I'm kind of at the point to where I'll believe it when I see it, but on Sunday, it's showing really good coverage once again. We're still sticking with 40 to 50% coverage. Do we need to increase it because this model data? Maybe so, but it's been showing that the next day is going to be very active, and I haven't seen it just yet. But we are still seeing that rain is in the forecast the next 2 to 3 days, just like all summer long. It's very scattered. Not everybody is going to 100% get it. But if you do, you can get 2-3 inches of rain fairly quickly. Low temperatures tonight. You want to get to the cooler spots, go to the lakes region. They will be into the upper 60s. Further south down along the I-10 corridor, it's not too bad. 73 degrees expected overnight here in Beaumont. Over there in Houston, down to League City, will be a little bit warmer into the upper 70s. But Lake Charles and southwest Louisiana, really nice. Upper 60s down to the low 70s. It's not until you go down to the coast it's actually a little bit warmer into the mid to upper 70s over there. Looking at the tropics, there's not much to talk about. Nothing going on in the Caribbean, nothing going on in the Gulf, but we do have this area that's going to be getting into the Atlantic on Sunday, getting into Monday. Has a 30% chance of development in the next 5 to 7 days. We'll keep an eye on this. Remember, this area, you have about almost 2 weeks to keep an eye on it. So we've got plenty of time to watch it. Possibly can get going in the next 5 to 7 days. And we're going to zoom into this area. You can see the whole tropical Atlantic, there's not much showers and thunderstorms. There's no convection. But if we zoom into Africa, we actually can see lots of convection, lots of showers and thunderstorms. That's what's going to be rolling off the coast once we get into Sunday into Monday, and we'll continue to keep watching that as it tracks westward. So here it is now. We can see on Sunday getting to Monday, gets into the Atlantic, and then all eyes on where it wants to go. It's going to be moving to the west-northwest, possibly wants to lift, very similar to what Aaron did in the last couple of systems. We see this lift. Maybe it goes away from the Caribbean Gulf. Lots of time to watch this. I'm not too concerned of this about as of right now. Could go out to sea. Some of the model data wants to say that it goes out to sea, which is good, but we'll continue to keep an eye on it. Here's our 7-day forecast here in Southeast Texas. We've got that frontal boundary over our area today, Sunday, and on Labor Day. Keeps the rain chances alive, but that boundary finally starts pushing offshore. Once we get into Tuesday, that means drier air starts coming into our region Tuesday, Wednesday, setting the stage for a really nice week once we get into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Same thing for Southwest Louisiana, boundary over our area at least till Labor Day Monday, and then drier air starts coming into our region Tuesday through Friday. And look at our normal highs. They're slowly starting to get a little bit cooler, but the next 7 days, our normal highs or our highs are just below that average. And also look at our lows. Typically would be around 74. So we're expecting that we will be into the upper 60s once we get into Tuesday. And I wouldn't be shocked if some areas well north of I-10, they get into the mid-60s. So that's pretty much below our normal that we're seeing. Thanks to the clouds, thanks to the frontal boundary, we are seeing some slightly cooler air. And hopefully we start getting more fronts the next couple of weeks and next couple of months. So y'all have a wonderful Saturday. We've got some college football to watch, perfect weather to watch it. Y'all have a good weekend, and I will see y'all again on Monday morning. I will keep posting throughout the day, but you won't see another video from me until Monday morning. Lucas will do the evening show on Sunday. So everybody have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for tuning in to Gulf Coast Weather Solutions.